Welcome to This Week in West Hempstead, sponsored by Spiegel Law PC, 516-873-1683, Tiffany Dry Cleaners, and Reister's Bakery. Here are your hosts, David and Norm. Take it away, gentlemen.
All right, thank you, Dan. And
how you doing, Dave?
Oh boy, crazy morning. So we're just going to ease into the show. We got a full roundup as usual. First story, Echo Pool. So last week we talked about the construction that's going around outside, primarily by the kiddie pool, and they're doing all sorts of cement work inside and out. You can just see it as you're driving down Nassau Boulevard. But as usual, the pool's going to be closed, in January. It's closed from January 2nd through February 2nd, which. Does it
February 2nd of which year, by the way, given past
2026.
Don't count on those dates.
They're usually pretty good, but I'm just trying to figure out, what do you got to do that takes a month to, why you shut down for a month?
Because they don't have any schedule that's reliable. They have probably contractors doing the work, and sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't.
No, but they do this, I guess, clean out. They drain the pool and they do
That's
all
probably
that
their
stuff.
Own people.
It's like, but how long can that take? It's like you pull the plug out. It's like a bathtub, and then you just put in new. No.
They scrub it.
Yeah, by the way, if the weather goes bad and this is all outdoor pool stuff, I mean, good luck to that.
No, this is related to the indoor pool.
Okay.
So this is, again, they do this every year, and, it is what it is.
But meanwhile, you can swim in other town pools, right?
Yeah, so you can go to the pass holders can go to Tully Park. I think even if you don't have a pass hold, you're just going for the day, as long as you bring the valid ID. Where is Tully Park? Is in Franklin Square, right?
New Hyde Park. I'm checking over here.
New Hyde Park. Okay, thanks. And which kind of stinks because Echo Park is in our backyard, but. Listen, they got to do what they got to do.
Yeah, it's a 5-minute ride.
Yeah, so everyone's talking about going into the pool, but the weather is interesting because it's been pretty cold out, but it does look like temperatures are going to be moderating. I always like to look ahead at this point to are you going to have a snowy Christmas? Because that's all the weather people talk about.
White Christmas. Not happening.
Not happening. I don't think. I think just because it's probably we're going to be going through a warming up period, which is good for us and good for our utility bills, but not necessarily great for a snowy Christmas. Which also again just begs the question: how do you heat your house? And of course costs go up for everything. Utilities are just skyrocketing. But it seems like, especially when you look at social media and you look at the WhatsApp groups, that people complain the most who have oil heating their houses as opposed to natural gas.
Right. Then I think the gas prices are a little more stable. I think there are different issues when you have to have a delivery from a local vendor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, my house is on oil. We've talked before about getting converted over. It's not cheap. Whatever. A lot of the local plumbers will do these conversions, and I think there's discounts that you can get from PSE&G or whatever. The thing about it is with the gas, no deliveries. It's just there. It just shows up. Usually it's at a fixed rate. With the oil, I've had to go back to them and just, if you choose to sign a contract, got to sign a contract, and, you're subject to whatever the rates are. So whatever, listen.
It definitely has its challenges. A lot of houses around West Hempstead are old houses, 100-year-old houses that have oil in it. My house had oil. I did the conversion, and to Dan's point, it was significant. I mean, it was a major change, to the whole house configurations because I had those old cast iron radiators, and then I went to baseboard radiators, and that affects every single room of the house.
Yeah, but I have gas, and I'm using radiators still. We have steam heat.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go.
But you do have to remove the gas tank, I think. I think that's one of the
So I had
regulations.
an underground oil tank in the house, and they had to they abate it. You get a certificate,
Right.
and then you move on.
It's a process. You need to pull permits. You need to get a contractor. You need to file for the discount or whatever kind of subsidy the utility is giving. So it's not an easy process, but it's a one-shot deal, right?
It's a one-shot deal.
It's a one-time in your lifetime.
And let me tell you something. It is a game changer because it is dependable. When we had oil heat, inevitably, when it was the coldest day of the year, that's when the burner would stop working. You'd have the technician working all night. You had to have a service contract and have them, coming in. It's a lot of fuss.
Yeah, I will tell you that we've got. I do have a service contract, and I've had to use them twice, and it's probably paid for itself already. I have a peculiar situation that the oil tank is actually in the house, not under the ground.
It's not unusual.
And so, maybe should we ever find a way to do the conversion, at least that part of it won't involve them digging up the entire lawn. But
it continues to be an issue. At the library, they have some great December concerts. December 14th, they have the J. Daniels Holiday Tunes, and December 21st, they have the Cubanazo Band. I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly. And also, the public library, they have a drop-off point for new and gently used winter coats, hats, scarves, and gloves for the homeless. And it's served by a project called The Inn, supported by the Central Nassau County Rotary Club, which is a very important element within the community. So if you do have those, that winter coat that's just laying in your closet.
Go through your closet. It's going to take 5 minutes. You'll make some room for other coats, and somebody who doesn't have a coat will definitely appreciate it.
Yeah. So this was just like a weird story that I saw on Facebook. Didn't necessarily get a lot of attention, but I just ended up doing a little bit more digging, where someone was complaining that they got a box from the U.S. Postal Service.
Empty, right?
In the mail. It was empty, but it had a white envelope in it with nothing in it. Now, first of all, I would have the bomb squad over if I got that. But okay, that's just me. But doing some research and also looking initially at the comments, there's a thing going around called the brushing scam.
This I never heard of.
I never heard of it either, and it's a little bit weird. It sort of has to do with getting, like on Amazon and other places, getting the rankings of your business higher and higher. And if you can show that you ship something to someone, you can then make a comment as a verified purchaser of whatever this company is, because they then, I guess, cross-reference with the Postal Service, and that gets your rankings higher in whatever algorithm you're looking for, Amazon or someplace. I don't really get it, but apparently when you looked at the comments, other people said, "Yeah, I got this thing, I got this package." So
everybody's always trying to scam a search engine. And, they've got it down to a science.
Yeah, so if you get a package in the mail and it's empty, call the Postal Service and they'll investigate.
What are they going to do? I mean, they're going to bust somebody for sending nothing?
I will tell you that
don't know.
this is one of a number of scams that are out there. Sometimes you'll actually get an actual product that you haven't ordered.
Yes.
And it's actually not necessarily the seller. It might be somebody else trying to establish that a credit card is working, or that there's a real viable address on it. And Amazon gets hit with this, I'm sure, to the tune of millions and millions of dollars a year. But again, it's one of those things where they're just going to tell you, somebody's trying to spoof your address.
Yeah.
So whatever.
I'm getting crazy deliveries. I get my neighbor's stuff delivered to my door. I get notices that stuff's been delivered to me and it's not there. And they have a picture of somebody else's house. I mean,
and
there must be crazy stuff going on.
And this is really important because you just hear this all the time, but it's a great reminder. don't write checks and put it in the mail. The mail system is corrupt.
It's not reliable.
It's not reliable. People wash the checks, they fill in, they write whatever. If you got to pay a vendor, you got to pay a utility, you want to send money to your grandchildren, do it electronically. Do not put it in the mail.
I haven't had trouble with sending stuff through the post office when you mail at the post office, not in a mailbox.
I'm not even so sure when you put it in the box and it goes inside anymore. You just hear stories over and over again about corruption. But yeah, the post office boxes that are all around the community,
They're fishing stations.
and those are going to be a thing of the past.
I think so.
At some point, they're just going to rip them all out.
I
They're
will
useless.
tell you that I don't think I've written more than 3 checks in calendar 2025. I'd be surprised, and frankly, I think we're almost out of checks, and I'm not even sure I should reorder them.
Yeah.
But listen, the post office. If you want me to start ranting, I can start ranting about the post office, which I think at this point is about the most. There's so much money going into this from the federal government that we are not getting back. Underfunded pension obligations. It's a disaster.
All right, I'm not even sure what to comment about that.
I'm just
but
ranting. It's all right. Maybe we should take a commercial. What do you
yeah, I
think?
got to recover from that statement.
All right.
Hi, I'm Jeff Wenger, owner and operator of Tiffany Dry Cleaners. We've made things even easier. Schedule a cleaning pickup just with one click on our new app or website. And don't forget, we offer free pickup, delivery right to your door. Tiffany Dry Cleaners gets it just right.
All right, thank you, Dan. Restorers, we love Restorers, but Restorers also is such a great bakery that it makes the news. It's constantly in newspapers and in TV.
And here, we've been talking about them.
Well, I know
2 years
that,
ago.
but News 12
We're news.
is a big deal. Well, it used to be a big deal, but that's a whole different story. But Restorers was covered on News 12. They had the whole family out. News 12 came to Restorers. They spent like 2 hours there, watching them make gingerbread houses.
It's almost a landmark,
It is a landmark.
Landmark for West Hempstead.
The 4th-generation business, 94 years. And again, the amazing thing that's happening this year is that they're now available online. So you could just go to our bakery. It's the letter R and then bakery, and then you can order whatever you want. And you can order stolen, and send it to your grandchildren in Kentucky.
Or your boss.
So actually, I'm going to be dropping off a half a dozen letters to them and sending them out, asking them to put that into packages they send out to friends and people who are out of town.
That's awesome. It's great.
But
And
by the way, can we go back just briefly to this story? Because I'm reading here that 1,000 pounds of gingerbread a day, and they're looking at making 40,000 gingerbread houses. That is crazy stuff.
yeah, their numbers are unbelievable.
How's
and
that
it's
possible?
And they do it all by hand, and it's like a factory assembly line, and it's
And we've got in there, by the way, and they're doing this amazing decorating. They put like electric lights on these things so you can plug it in at home. There's candy bars.
It's unbelievable.
There's powdered sugar. It's just amazing. I think we did a video on this last year. I think, in fact.
Yeah. Maybe we should post it up on the website.
That's a good idea.
It really is unbelievable, and how they work. Just incredibly long hours during this time of year because the demand is that great.
Yeah, when we're sleeping, they're up.
Yeah. So speaking of people who are up and running, we got Bruce Blakeman again. Is not specific to West Hempstead, although he does have roots or strong connections to West Hempstead.
Sure.
But he threw his hat in for governor, and I don't know.
That's going to be an interesting race between him and Stefanik. As a primary for sure.
Yeah, I think she has much more notoriety upstate, and Blakeman is really Nassau County, and the question is, does he really have the chops to get his name out throughout the state? So
He's a hardworking guy, and I think he'll raise the money to be able to do it.
I have to just bring up this thing. I know we kind of talked about it, where he's been like suggesting that he's going to put a wall up or something at the Nassau County border.
A wall?
Because of Mamdani. I don't know.
Oh, this is great. This is like the 38th parallel. I mean, it's like,
I don't know what
6
he
layers
means.
of barbed wire, electrified, and,
We're going to be like using passports at the border when you come on the Cross Island or something.
Listen,
like
there
that.
used to be a toll booth on the Southern State Parkway, like way back when. You want to make it as a checkpoint?
Yeah.
It's-
I don't know. Listen, it's funny if you go on the Cross Island. Actually, I think there's parts where it's Nassau County, then back to Queens, and back to Nassau County. He's going to have to put, guard posts at both ends of it. But
I think this whole issue with the New York City mayoral election is just going to be something everybody's watching with bated breath.
Yeah.
Nobody knows where the next shoe's going to fall. All these crazy kind of suggestions. I don't see it happening, but we'll see.
Listen, he's. I think Mandami is meeting with real estate developers this week. It'll be interesting to see what comes out of that.
Well, what's come out of it so far is that nobody wants to build rental in New York City anymore. The owners can't pass along any construction advances they make on their property, so that means that they basically eat it. And why should they?
Listen,
why should they upgrade?
No, I agree. I mean, but listen, we're also, the issue of the survivability of New York City, has been up there in question. But I really believe as long as you have people like Tish in the police department and, some key appointees, things will be okay. Real estate and rentals is a whole different animal. I mean, we could spend, or you can spend 2 hours on that.
Deal.
But it's,
but I don't think New York's going anywhere. It's the financial capital of the world. I mean, there's a gazillion dollars that runs through the city every year, and one mayor may impact it for a couple of years, and that's about it.
Listen, New York City survived De Blasio.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And I'm sure De Blasio's coming back.
Yeah, as I've said before, all these people come in with long lists of things that they claim they can do and that they're going to do, and then reality sometimes comes and hits them between the eyes. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, the joke of no rental increases for 4 years is impossible. I mean, if oil goes up, so what happens? These people are going to be cold for 4 years because the landlord's not going to subsidize everybody in the city because they decided they don't want to pay additional rent.
Yeah, it's a huge issue. So bringing everything back to local. Last night you had the water and fire commissioner elections. So water was a done deal.
Unopposed,
There was just unopposed. In fire now, I heard this from Arthur Marks that the challenger Jonathan Perot won the seat. And I'm just mentioning Arthur just because it's unconfirmed results. We didn't get anything official
but
that
he's in the
won,
fire department.
But yeah, he is in the fire department. So again, unconfirmed results show him as the winner. There's a whole bunch of things going on locally.
Holiday season stuff.
Holidays, yeah, exactly. Holiday lights at Garden City Cathedral, December 17th. You have the Toys for Tots drop boxes, and those are located throughout the area at Echo Park.
Can I call one thing out here? Because I'm just noticing your list. Hempstead Garden Station is a photo spot for the holidays. Like, what does that mean?
I'm glad you mentioned it, only because I wasn't going to mention it, because I had not a clue as to what this is. And
listen, I'm an amateur photographer, and God bless the Hempstead Garden Station. It's wonderful to have the train station over there. I'm really hard pressed to figure out how you would make that your holiday.
They don't have like a
picture.
big wreath or some.
Maybe I don't know.
It's unverified. I don't know why it's there. You got Santa Visit in Malvern Village, December 21st at 4 p.m. There's a lot of stuff. And actually, you can go to our website. We have a full event calendar on our website. So if you're ever looking for things to do, go to our site. You can also see articles, that are going on all over the community, and it's a great resource. So visit westhempsteadecho.com, and you can see whatever's there. Some other quick notes as we wrap up. we got this cold and warm, so we're well into pothole season. I saw them doing some work over by Exit 18, your favorite area. So maybe they're filling some stuff over there. And this point is important. Leaf bag collection ends December 15th. So if you're going to rake your leaf and put them in the bag and leave them out for the garbage folks, December 15th is the last pickup. And I think, I don't know, Norm, Dan, you guys have anything else?
That's it for the week. It's time to go shopping for the holidays.
Yeah, and time to warm up with oil or gas heat. So enjoy your week, everyone, and visit us at www.westhempsteadecho.com. Be well.
Take care.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Please be sure to visit our sponsors, Spiegel Law PC, Tiffany Dry Cleaners, and Reister's Bakery. To find out more or to reach out to us, come visit us on social media at Facebook and Instagram, or visit our website at westhempsteadecho.com.